So we'll continue with the problem which I took. And using this VSmith, we can verify the answers. So the impedance tech was 60 minus JT. Okay, so for that, just click on this keyboard button. Don't to select the mode which you are going to feed. Like you can feed impedance information, admittance, then reflection coefficient. Okay, so if you're having impedance information, feed it. Then if you're having admittance or reflection coefficient, accordingly you have to select. Otherwise, you are going to land at wrong place on the Smith chart. So first, real part is 60 ohm, and imaginary part is minus 80. Don't write J because of declared imaginary term. And it's in rectangular form, that's why you have to select here Cartesian. Otherwise, if you are having magnitude and angle information, select. Now frequency, I think it was 3 gigahertz. Frequency was 3 gigahertz. So it's 3 gigahertz. Click OK. Okay, so that impedance is lying somewhere here. And it is, you can see that it is given to this load. Now, a reference impedance that also is required. Besides, how the design will proceed. So that reference impedance actually goes to this generator. Okay, so feed reference impedance. So it is always, or most of the time it is real in nature. So imaginary part will be 0. Now no need to feed this frequency information because once you have chosen in the, that gets locked. Okay, so now reference impedance. That's now to where you are going for the stub matching, whether it's short circuited stub or open circuited stub. You need to compute two things. One is the location of the stub, appropriate location of the stub, you can say, and the length of the stub. Because if it is not, stub is not placed at right place, then the matching cannot be achieved. And even if it is placed at right place, but if the length of the stub is not correct, then also the matching cannot be achieved. Okay. The cursor at the load point and read SWR value. So you can see that SWR can be read from here. So it is 3.95. We'll just maximize it. So we'll get the close value. Okay, so 3.97. So I can go with 4 also. Okay. So now plot the SWR circle. For that, you have to click on this colored button, that colored circle. Here, select VSWR. And whatever figure you want to feed, you just click here at this box. So it is 4, suppose, okay? And insert that SWR circle. So if you are convinced the kind of SWR circle you want to have, then click OK. Otherwise, you can cancel it and you can repeat this procedure. Okay, so that SWR circle is passing through the plotted load. Okay. Now, next is what? You have to add the stub. So stub will be always added from the load side, okay? Just wait here. So you can see that this is the load, right? Now you will be moving from this load end towards the generator. And you will find out what should be the this appropriate location where the stub should be fed. So what you have to do on the Smith chart, that this is that load from where you have to move towards the generator. Now moving towards generator, so you can see on the left hand side on the hard copy of the Smith chart, it is written as wavelength toward generator and wavelength towards load. So if you're moving in the clockwise direction, it means that you are moving towards generator. But if you are moving in anti-clockwise direction, so you are moving away from the load. Okay. Now your goal is what? You have to start from this load and you have to move towards the generator. So you have to move clockwise on the Smith chart. So you have to move from here, and this is the SWR circle. You have to move on this SWR circle only in clockwise direction. But how long to move? So of course I said that when you are going to add a stub, it is always added at a suitable location. So that suitable location is what? This dark blue circle, which represents conductance circle. See, now in this Smith software, it is designed in such a way that here no need to convert this impedance into admittance. Why? Because if you'll just have a look at this cursor box. So the moment I place cursor here at the load end, so you can see that this admittance and the admittance and impedance, both the data are available here. Okay. That's why no need to convert the here impedance into admittance, because both the charts are available simultaneously. That's why. So what we will do, we'll move from here, and as what you have done on the hard copy of the Smith chart, that you started moving from the load end and you stop at the intersection point. Intersection of what? This SWR circle and this circle. So you have to stop here or here. But that circle which you were referring, that was now converted into what? Conductance circle, because you moved by 180 degree from the load. You converted that load ZL into what? YL by transferring this point from this end to the other end through the center of the Smith chart, like this. Okay. So since that procedure is absent here, so actually you have to move from the load end and you have to land at the conductance circle. So what you have done on the paper and what we are doing here, both are same actually. But there, the conductance circle and the resistance circle, they were same. Here you can see that this is the resistance circle, this is dark red circle, and this is the conductance circle, that dark blue circle. So you will start from the load end and you will land at the conductance circle here. And you can also see that this dark conductance circle, it passes through the center of the Smith chart. And the stub technique is what? It is used to transform the impedance, right? Impedance matching. So impedance matching means what actually? So once again, just look at this circuit diagram. So the reference impedance, as I said, that it goes with what? Generator. And the load impedance is what? 60 minus J80. So now you are knowing that this is what? 60 minus J80, and the generator impedance is what? 50 ohm. There is a mismatch. So what we are doing actually with the help of this stub matching, we are converting this 60 minus J80 into what? 50 ohm. Okay. And on the Smith chart, the 50 ohm, it lies at the center. Why? Because if you go into the setting, so this is the default value of the characteristic impedance. It is 50 ohm. And the moment you fed this 50 ohm with the help of this keyboard tab, so at 50 ohm, it was lying at the center. So when I say you start moving from the load, then land at this conductor circle and from go into the chart. So actually what you are doing, you are transforming the impedance from 60 minus J80 to 50 ohm. And 50 ohm is at the center. So basically what you have to do, you have to move from this load end to the center of the Smith chart. That is what we have to do. So keep in mind always that you have to move from the load to the center of the Smith chart. And in order to reach to the center of the Smith chart, you have to take the help of the circles. And that circle is what? One is the SWR circle and another is the conductance circle. Okay. So let's move on this SWR circle from this end to this end. So when you're moving from this load, okay, this load and towards the generator, so you're moving on this transmission line actually, right? So you have to draw a transmission line. So transmission line is this. So click on this, and let us assume that the transmission line and the generator impedance, they are same. So generator impedance, we have considered it is a reference impedance, it is 50 ohm. So transmission line, that also should be what, 50 ohm. Okay, so that's why keep this as 50 only. So 50. So now you can see that now I'm moving from this load end in clockwise direction, and I will stop the moment I reach at the conductance circle. Okay, so now look at the circuit diagram, what you have done. You started from the load and you are moving on a transmission line, and you landed at what, conductance circle. So the length of the transmission line to move from the load end to this conductance circle is what? There is a 0.1105 lambda. Was it the answer? Have you got this answer or different answer than this? Hello. Hello. Okay, now you have to move from this conductance circle to the center of the Smith chart. So for that, you now see when you're at this intersection point, so you can see that the impedance, it is complex in nature. Right? So if I keep this cursor here, you can see that the impedance or the admittance part only, there are imaginary components. Okay, but the moment you reach to the center of the Smith chart, now you can see that the imaginary component, it vanishes to 0. So it means that you have to, when you're moving from this end to the center of the Smith chart, you have to nullify the reactive component available here. So how one reactive component can be cancelled out? By adding the opposite, this reactive element. So here, what we can do, we can add a stub of such a length that it will nullify the reactance or the susceptance available here, and the whole impedance will become real in nature, and you will be reaching at the center of the Smith chart. So this time we are going to take the help of open circuited stub. So I will choose this OS, that is open stub, and let the characteristic impedance of the open circuited line should be of 50 ohm. Okay, so what I will do, I will click at the center of the Smith chart. So this becomes the length of the stub. So it is what, 0.35 lambda meter. It's very big, but it's okay. Now you cross check your answer. If you have chosen, if you have worked with this figure of the impedance, then your answer should be this only. The length of the transmission line or the location of the stub is 0.111 lambda meter, and the length of the stub is 0.35 lambda meter.
Sir, it is getting matched. It is exactly the same.
Match हो रहा है. Okay, okay, sir. So if any other figure you want to try, just tell me the figure. I will find out the answer, and you can cross verify your answers. Anybody who has solved with the different figure, because some of the students, they were trying with different
Yes, sir.
figures. Huh.
Sir, 60 minus J 58.
58, okay.
Yeah.
Reference impedance is same, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So I will simply undo all this. And once again, I repeat that when you are going to submit the experiment, this circuit diagram is required because this will help us to get the idea about your answer, like length of the stub, then the location of the stub. And this diagram, Smith chart, is required so that we can understand that you have used the correct procedure. So these two things are required. One above the other, or you can keep it like this, and you can take the, you can cut this portion from the paint, or whichever tool you are expert in. Okay. So we'll move to the second example.
Sir,
So simply just, हाँ बोलिए.
सर एक्चुअली सर ने जो चेंजेस बोला था दैट इज 1.2 माइनस J 5.8, तो अपना जो मेन हो जाएगा
Okay.
वो 60 से मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद जो आएगा वो होगा ना, बिकॉज 50 से
50
हाँ
से multiply. So your real part is what? 1.5. Real part is 1.5.
1.2 sir, real part.
No, no.
Okay, so it will become 60 only.
Listen.
And
Here,
yes sir.
when you will draw on the Smith chart, you have to use the normalized value.
Yes sir.
Application software, you have to use the denormalized value. So what
Yeah, so-
is given, that is 60 minus J 58 is correct.
No sir, no, actually it is not correct because you have said that we have to take 1.2 minus J 5.8, so we need
1.2, this I am saying this 1.2 is
Yeah.
when we are discussing the normalized value. So 1.2
Yes.
minus whatever your number, that is divided by 10. So this is what I am saying for the normalized value.
I got it sir, but when Shastri sir will take the value
I will
60
multiply it by
minus
50.
yeah sir, then the answer will match, otherwise it will not match.
So it will
Huh.
60 minus.
So actually it becomes what? 60 minus 290.
Yeah, right.
Huh. So I will plot 60 minus 290.
Yes sir.
So I will undo all this. Now VSWR circle, I have to delete this. This cannot be simply by click button, it cannot be removed. So you just select this SWR circle, delete it. Okay. Now reference impedance, that is 50 ohm. Imaginary part is 0. And frequency 3 gigahertz you have used,
Yes sir.
Sachin? Okay.
Yes sir.
Okay, 3 gigahertz. Now the impedance is 1.2, that is 60, and 5.8, that is minus 290. It was minus, I hope so.
Right sir.
हाँ, ठीक है. So 290 divided by 50, it becomes 5.8.
Right.
So, okay. Coming here, some here.
Yes sir.
It should be here. Of course, it's a very dense region. It is difficult to plot actually.
Yeah, but I have plotted it and I want to verify this.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sir, that's why I am what
Okay.
I'm saying, that is
So now,
for 60 minus J 58. I know that.
हाँ, but he has solved with 1.2 and minus 5.8 ना, तो अभी उसका आंसर मैच नहीं होगा अगर मैंने अलग ले लिया तो.
Okay. Anybody else has solved some anything the other problem?
85 minus J80.
So that can be taken. Sir,
हाँ sir.
give the ZL value 85 minus
J80.
J80. Okay.
Okay. 85 minus J80.
Yes, sir.
Frequency 3 gigahertz. Sir, correct है? Real
Yes,
part,
sir.
imaginary part?
85 from where you have taken? Why
So
85?
1.7.
हाँ, तो 17 into 5, तो 85 ना?
Okay, ठीक है. We'll verify.
And the imaginary part is 80. 80 divided by 50, so it is 1.6.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll do this.
Okay, so that point comes somewhere here. Okay, it's here. So once again, you have to understand how much SWR circle is required here, because you have to plot the SWR circle. But when you're using the hard copy, simply you have to just take the compass and you can draw the SWR circle without knowing what is the actual value of the SWR circle. But here you have to identify what is the SWR for this particular load. So I will move the cursor here. So you can see it is 3.5. Okay, so I will click this colorful tab and 3.5. I will and press enter button. Now you can see that SWR circle, it passes through this load. So the plotted SWR circle will is a proper. So just click OK. Now the circuit box. The entire procedure will be repeated now. So once again, you are going to use the open circuited stub. So what you have to do, you have to start moving from this load and you have reached to the center of the Smith chart. Always, this approach will remain fixed. You have to move from the load and you have to move to the, you have to start from the load and you have to reach to the center of the Smith. Enter the Smith chart represents perfect match condition. Cursor at the center. Now read this cursor box. The value of SWR is almost 1. Reflection coefficient, it is almost 0. So when this is going to happen? If it happens only, if the matched condition is achieved. So when the match is achieved, reflect coefficient is 0 and SWR is 1. Okay, that's why you have always moved to the center of the Smith chart. Okay. So you have to move from the load end and you have to land to this conductance circle, because this conductor will actually take you to the center of the Smith chart. Okay. So either you can land here at the lower intersection point or the upper intersection point. But generally, we place the stub near to the load. That's why the first point is the stable one. Okay. So now you have to add a transmission line of certain. For you just click on the line and click this intersection point. Okay, so you can now location of the stub, or you can say the transmission line length from the load end is 0.121 lambda. You can check your answer. Is it 0.121 lambda?
Yes, sir.
Or something else?
So I got 0.123.
Okay, means it's correct. 0.12 you have got, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now after this, you have to move to the center of the Smith chart. So as I said that when you cursor at this point, intersection point, intersection of what? SWR circle and this conductance circle. So if I keep my cursor here, so you can see that in Y box and in Z box, you can see that the imaginary term is there. And you can see the VSWR and reflection coefficient. VSWR is 3.5. Reflection coefficient is what? 0.5. And our goal is what? To get SWR 1 and reflection coefficient 0. So for that, we have to move to the center of the Smith chart. So what you have to do, simply you just cancel out the reactive components present in Y or Z. So how to cancel out the reactance? By adding stub. That is the reason why we stop. Okay. So open circuited stub. I will click it. Now it's 50 ohm only. And I will click at the center of the Smith chart. Okay. Now what you have done, actually you started your journey from this load end, then you landed at the intersection point, and from there you move to the center of the Smith chart. But the open circuited stub is larger in length, which clearly shows, you can see in the Smith chart, this and that black portion is from here to here. It's not from here to here. Okay, it means that the open circuit stub here is not suitable actually because the length is larger. You can try actually with the short circuited stub, but let us for cross check the answer, and I will show you the advantage of short circuited stub in this particular problem. So sometimes the open circuited stub is better, and sometimes the short circuited stub is better. So the length of the stub is 0.35.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you got the same answer?
Yes, sir. 0.35.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So just I will remove this stub, and we'll see the short circuited stub. I will click this short circuited stub here, and let the impedance be same. Now, if I click at the center of the Smith chart, so now you can see that this blue circle, only this portion is black. It means that the length of the will be for this much length. So which is what? 0.1 lambda. Earlier it was 0.35 lambda, and this time it is what? 0.1 lambda. So almost 35 times lesser. 0.35 and 0.1. Okay, 3.5 times. So this stub was smaller as compared to the earlier stub. So that's why both the techniques are introduced to you. So while designing any circuitry, if you feel that short circuited stub is going to give you the compact system, then you have to go with the short circuited stub. And if you feel that the open circuited stub is going to give you the compact system, then you go with the open circuited stub. Okay. Anything else?
Further, anyone has done any another problem so that we can verify on the simulation software vSmith? Any other problem? Just give me the other problem.
हाँ, इसका क्या सचिन ने किया था ना, 290 डाला था ना इम्पेडेंस उसने, रिएक्टेंस.
यस सर.
हाँ, वो चेक कर लेते हैं.
सचिन का वेरीफाई कीजिए.
हाँ, 60 minus J 290. So 60 minus 290. So it is here. So the load is here. Now you can see that the load has moved away from the center. Pehle it was somewhere here. Now it has moved away. So if the load point is far away from the center, it means that the SWR size has got increased. Okay, so we have to remove the earlier SWR circle and we have to introduce new SWR circle. So for that, I will click this P point and I'll place the cursor here to know the SWR. So you can see it is 30.8,
So here
6 or 30.9 almost both.
I think, sir, as the value is at the outer side, so we may get little bit variation between what he has calculated on Smith chart and on the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
simulation software, because as the values are very high, so here there is a chance.
So plotting becomes difficult, sir.
So how accurately he has plot,
So of course.
so it will decide the variation. Okay, sir, continue.
Correct, sir. So now the SWR is what? 30.86. So we'll draw the new SWR circle First, we'll remove the old one. And the new one is 30.86. So I will consider it as 30.9 only. Insert. So you can see that it is passing through the center of the Smith chart. Now you can see the size of the SWR circle. It is almost equals to the size of the Smith chart. Okay. Now the procedure will remain same. You have to move from the load side and you keep traveling on this line till you intersect the conductance circle, the way you have done on the hard copy. Okay, and once you intersect the conductance circle, from there you have to move to the center of the Smith chart. And for that you have to add stub. Okay,
Sir,
so
one
I
thing
will
that I had to
click on this
mention here
line.
that whatever the stub you have selected, that was short circuited. Now for this problem, you have to select open circuited stub.
हाँ,
Am I right?
yes sir, open circuited stub लेके करना है. That was the today's topic, right?
Yes, sir.
So I will click on this line and impedance is 50 ohm. Okay, so I will click this intersection point. So the length of the line is now, it is 0.194 lambda meter.
So I'm getting exact value 0.194.
Very good. मतलब आपने प्लॉट अच्छे से किया है.
हाँ, मतलब he understand and he has plot it accurately.
Yes, sir. Good. Okay, now from here we will move to the center of the Smith chart. So when you're moving to the center of the Smith chart, already I have repeated it twice that to move to the center of the Smith chart, the imaginary component should be 0. Okay. So, but when you're intersecting this unity conductance circle, so there is some imaginary component and that will be cancelled out with the help of open circuited stub. So I will add the stub, open circuited stub, let it be 50 ohm only. Now, okay, so you are it's going away. Little adjustment is required. Open circuited stub. Okay, I will take the approximate one. So you can see that I have not landed exactly at the center. I'm little left to the center of the Smith chart. So little deviation will be there in the answer. Now the length of the stub is 0.278, means 0.28 lambda.
So I'm getting 0.25.
Okay, not an issue.
Yeah.
One thing that we can do when you will go do the solution for such a problem. So whatever the Smith chart circle, Smith chart the window that you can maximize, so it will give you little bit more visibility.
So I've done on paper
So
only.
No. I'm telling about the simulation software.
Okay,
In the
okay.
simulation software, whatever the Smith chart window, this way, if you will enlarge, then you will draw it in a somewhat accurate manner. This way.
Okay, sir.
So further, anyone want to verify his or her problem if you are solve it on the Smith chart? So we will verify it. Anything else? Shastri sir, you want to share something?
I don't think, sir, anything is left now to share.
Okay. So with this, you can solve any problem. I hope that you people have got the concept. So this will be available, and continuously for the subscription, for the update, you can subscribe this channel. Okay, so thank you.